everyone, welcome to my North Knit Corner. My name is Anne and I come to you from the south of Norway. Here I live with my husband, our 3 boys and our little Jack Russell Terrier called Mocha. And here in my little corner of the internet, I love to talk about knitting. So you are so welcome if you are here for the first time, and welcome back if you have been here before. I have timestamps on this episode, so if you are tired of hearing me waffling about something, you can just skip it. And I have information about everything I talk about in the description box below this episode. My first FO today, it's happened so much with it since the last time we talked. And it's what I'm wearing underneath my Eva cardigan from Petiteknit. And it's the twist loop top from Other Loops. And I have knitted this in Filcolana Avetta in the color Marzipan number 977. I have knitted the size 2 on 2.25mm needles and 2.75mm US 1 and 2. And what can I say about it? It looks okay under this cardigan, but I was almost done, I think, with the body last time. I was at least started on the last cable, I think, and I decided to try it on, and it was just too big, especially under the arms. And I couldn't really understand it because I actually have gauge on my garment this time. I don't always do that, but this time I had gauge. And so I had to go back and check in the pattern. And of course, I had done a mistake. I had cast on too many stitches under the arms. I had cast on the double amount of stitches that I was supposed to on both sides. So of course that makes a big difference. So I was back and forth if I should just finish it and finish the garment and maybe try to cut it on the sides and sew it or something. But I decided that was too much thinking and too much of a struggle to do. So I actually ripped the whole thing back all the way up to where I was supposed to cast on under the arms, and I cast on the right amount of stitches. And I knit it all again. But actually, even though it's thin needles, I decided to just focus on this for a few days, and when I did that, I did finish it. So 2 days after I ripped it all back, it was done. So when I put my mind to it, and only focus on one project, it goes by fast. But I'm still not happy with how it is, because as you can see when I take off my cardigan, I will just take my microphone, and you can see that you can see my bra or bikini top as I have today, because that's the only thing that looks somewhat okay. It has thin straps, but you can see it goes outside of my top, and I think that on the, at least on a few other projects I've seen, you can't see what they are wearing underneath. But so I thought that this would look better, that it would cover my straps, but of course it doesn't. And I think it's because this is too big for me. I think maybe if I knit the size 1, it will be better. since I'm on gauge, this is exactly as it's supposed to be, but my row gauge is not spot on, that I have to say. So I'm not happy with how it looks. You can see it's so far down. This is so wide. So could I have picked up less stitches around here when doing the I-cord? Would that help? I think. Because you see, it's too many stitches. So I shouldn't have cast on anything under my arms, I think. Because I think that if this is more tight around my chest, this would be less of an issue. Yeah, I'm not sure. I tried to put in some elastic on what side? This side? No, that side. So you can see that it looks a little bit strange, that because I had in some elastic here. So I think I have to wash it again to make it look nice. But that didn't work. That was just ugly. So I don't know what to do. I won't rip this out because I think it looks great underneath the cardigan, but it's not something I will wear in the summer like this, because maybe if I'm on the beach I can have it over my bikini top like I have it now, but I'm hardly ever on the beach. But okay, it is what it is. I used 3 balls of Filcolana Avetta, so this weighs 150 grams exactly, and yeah, I will knit this again. I will in the smallest size, and I will try to be mindful of how it fits me. It is so strange because it looks so small when you're knitting on the front and the back, and I was thinking, oh, this is going to be very tight, but it's not at all. Maybe it's the yarn. I don't know why this is not working out as I want it to. But I will knit it again before the summer is over, and this can be just a piece that I use underneath the cardigan like now, and I will try to make a new one to see if I can have one as a summer top, because I think it looks really nice. I like the cables and everything, and yeah, we'll see. Hopefully I can redeem this by knitting one more, and yeah, I really want a summer twist loop top. My next FO is the Hiedra headband by Fibretales. I knitted this in 1 strand of Sandnes Tove and 1 strand of Luna by Permin. And the Sandnes Tove is a yarn that's discontinued, and the Luna is a tweed yarn, but I don't have the color number or name. But I held them together and I knitted on 5mm needles, US 8. And I needed this for when I am out walking with my dog, and I don't need a hat now because that's too warm. I don't need warmth on my head, only on my ears. But when I was done with this, suddenly we got the summer temperatures here, and the cold air was totally gone. It's been a few weeks with the most incredible summer weather, so I'm so afraid that our summer has been the 2 weeks we had now, and that June and July and August will just be cold and rainy. That's always what happens when we have beautiful, beautiful days in May. Hopefully that won't happen. But anyway, today I could have used it, but I thought today was going to be just as nice. but today the cold wind was back and we are going to have some rain later today. So tonight, when I'm going out with my dog, I should wear it to protect my ears, my poor ears. So yeah, so it's done. It weighs 36 grams and I really, really love this cable pattern. Really beautiful. And these edge stitches on the sides of the cable is so nice. You do slip down 2 stitches all the way and then you use a crochet hook to make this nice stitch. Fibretales has a great tutorial for that in the pattern. So yeah, I will knit more of these. I think these are great gifts, and also for the Christmas market that I'm thinking about joining and selling some things. Maybe I can knit up a few of those too. I think it'll be nice. And my last, no, not my last FO, I'm kidding. I have 2 more. But my second to last FO is another pair of socks. It's socks pair number 13 for 2025. And it's the Brunost sokken, or the brown cheese sock, as we say. As I said, brown cheese is a cheese we have here in Norway, and I love it. I eat it several times a day. It's delicious. But it's an acquired taste, I think. So maybe it's only us Norwegians who love it. But this pattern is often on the packaging of the cheese, and sometimes even engraved on the cheese, or yeah. So very beautiful. The pattern is from Lene Olzeth. It's free on Ravelry and it's even in English. I knitted size 1. I knitted with Scrappy yarn. So the brown and the white is Viking Norweigan, and then the color I have used for the color work is from a hand dyer called Fjord Fibers. It's on her Trollfjord sock base, and the color is called Autumn in the Air. And I held it together with a white Filcolana Avetta. I think it's number 100, because this is DK weight socks. So I would have preferred an all brown sock, but since I was using scraps, I had to stripe in the white. And it's a shadow wrap heel, and the toe, there was an issue with the toe in the pattern. I think there are 2 sizes in the pattern, and the toe was only written for the biggest size. So I had a few issues with it. It's a round toe, so that means you decrease evenly around instead on the sides. So I used the toe from the Koto socks by Annie Uti Knits, because she had the same stitch number as this sock, and also the same toe. So I used that description for the toe, or the patterns, yeah, instead. But I highly recommend the pattern anyway, because the toe is easy to fix, and the toe was right for the biggest size. So yeah. My last FO is just some small Christmas trees. If you've been here before, you have seen me knit this pattern before, and it's called Merry Mini Tree by Traveling Knits. I have knitted 4 of them. And this time I have knitted with Wee County Yarns Kinross 4-ply in the color Quartz, together with Lammy Yarn Lurex in the color Silver, on 3mm needles, US 2.5. And I just stuffed them with some IKEA pillow stuffing. And they weigh about 7 grams each when you don't have the stuffing in them. So they are going with me to a Christmas market if I decide to do that. But now I should, because I am started to get a lot of small Christmas ornaments to sell. And I can't have them all myself. I have 4 things on the needles. I of course have my blankets, but I don't count them. But 2 of them I hardly knit anything on, but I want to show you the little progress that I have. So the first one is the Dagmar jacket by Petiteknit. I am knitting in Sandnes number 1021 light gray. And I have a progress marker here to show you how much I have done. So from this little marker here and down is what I have done. So not very much, but I'm done with the increasing on the back because this is the back piece. So now I am just going to knit back and forth for a while, I think. It's not very much to say. I haven't been knitting much on it the last few days, but yesterday I did knit some. And since I hadn't knit on it for a few days, I didn't think about everything, so I did a mistake on the sides. You were supposed to do some stitches just in stockinette on the edges when you're doing the increases, and I forgot it, and I did the moss stitch. Is that what it's called? I don't really remember. But yeah, so I had to go back with a crochet needle and try to fix it. It looks a little bit weird on the edge here, I think. If you want to focus, you can see maybe it's not as even. But oh well, I think you're picking up some stitches here anyway. So I'm hoping that you won't see it when it's done, because I can't be bothered to rip back. Even though it's not many rows, it's still stress because it's so many cables and stuff. So hopefully it will be okay. But it's even though it's a lot of things happening here, it's not very hard, and I just have to take a look at the abbreviations in the beginning and the different cables when I pick it up, and then I'm good for that day when I'm knitting on it. Then I can read my knitting, but the next time I take it up I have to do it again because I forget in between the times that I pick it up. But I think it looks good. It will take me some time, but I have a deadline for the end of July because it's a gift. So hopefully I will get some motivation to knit on it. It is fun to knit on, but when it's so warm outside, it hasn't been what I have been wanting to knit on. The same with the next sweater, because it's a thick sweater, not the best for summer days to knit on, I think. But it's the Hiraeth Sweater by Headband Knitwear, and the sweater is great. I will show you how much I have been knitting. I also have a progress keeper on here. So from the wooden marker here and down is what I've been knitting. This is the last time. But I have split for the sleeves. Maybe I had done that last time too. Yes, I had. And I'm knitting in Drops Fiesta, color number 3, light gray mix, and the green one is number 13. I'm knitting the size small on 4.5mm needles. So it will be very nice when it's done, but I don't think it's something that I need until the fall. But I do live in Norway, so you never know. I might need it before then. Oops, my stitch stoppers are jumping off. Then I have, of course, cast on a new pair of socks. And I was so lucky to be asked to try out another pattern from Paula Milne. She also had that beautiful strawberry socks that I showed you a few weeks ago. And this time I'm knitting the Mountain Valley socks. It's a very, very easy but fun structure pattern. And I'm knitting with some very, very fun yarn, because this pattern is, I think, great for a fun sock set. So when I saw this picture of the socks, I immediately knew what yarn I wanted to use. And it's this beautiful yarn that I was so lucky to get from a friend last Christmas. We did a swap, and I got this beautiful yarn, and I am afraid to pronounce this yarn dyer's name. Kotchenchen yarns. That's probably totally wrong, but I will show this to you and you can read it yourself. And the sock set is called Apple Blossom. Perfect for, I think it's very special because this is from a knitting friend, and then this sock pattern is from Paula, so very special. This is the first sock. And as you can see, it has this nice texture. And then when you get to the foot, you knit stockinette underneath. And I used the mini for the heel and the toe. I've used the shadow wrap heel on this sock. And I have stitch markers to tell me how long I have been knitting, so I get the 2 socks the same length. These are for me because I want this beautiful yarn on my feet. I have cast on the next one just barely. When I'm done with one sock, I always try to cast on the next one immediately, so I won't get second sock syndrome. Yeah. So that is a lot of fun to knit on. I knit on 2.25mm needles, US 1. And I knit size 1 as well. I only have one more whip to show you today. And it's a summer top, and I'm so excited for it. I love the yarn, I love the pattern, so I'm having so much fun. This is the beautiful yarn that I got when I was at the knitting festival a few weeks ago. The yarn is from Petiteknit, Norwegian dyer. And the color is ranunkel. The yarn is 50% merino and 50% silk, and it's just so soft, gorgeous, and shiny. I am knitting the Reveries tee by Hauga Knitwear, and I will try and get it the right way for you. Oh, I'm now in my microphone. Yarn and microphone wires crossed. It's a very, very simple but a very elegant design. It has this beautiful yarn over row with some small cables on top. And now it's just stockinette for a while, and this will come back at the end of the body. It's going to be so nice. I love this color, and it's so soft and wonderful to knit with. I'm knitting with my Chai-Gu bamboo needles, which is perfect to knit this yarn with. And knitting the size 5 on needles 3mm US 2.5. And this is going to peel. I can feel it because it's so soft, but I don't care. It's just amazing. So this is something that I really, really want to knit on. And this is something that is much more fun to knit on when the sun is shining than big woolly sweaters. I have some Yarnjoy this week as well. My husband, he asked me to knit him another thin sweater. Last year I knit him the Flax Light sweater from Tinka Knits. He wants a sweater that has short sleeves, not too short, but not long sleeves. And I want to knit him another one, but I don't want to knit the Flax Light, I think. I don't know what pattern yet, but I have bought some yarn, and this time I have bought the Drops Cotton Merino. On focus, but it's the color is navy blue, I think. The number is, does it say? It should. I can't find it, but it's this navy color. So if you have a recommendation for me, he wants like a sweater t-shirt, he calls it. So a thin sweater that's not warm and woolly. This is 50% merino wool and 50% cotton. I've never tried that yarn before, so I'm eager to try it. It feels very soft and nice. So if you have a suggestion for a pattern, please let me know. And also, when I bought this, I thought I could take a few balls of this Erika Knight cotton tweed yarn. This I bought in Denmark last year. It's the number 1, I think. Yeah, I don't know the color name, but it is tweed yarn. I bought it for another project, but I bought too few balls of this, so I didn't have enough. And now I have seen the lacy loop top by lacy loop tee by Other Loops, and I have really enjoyed knitting this, and also the other vest I knitted a few weeks ago from her. So I really want to knit this as well. It's a very beautiful lacy summer top or tee. So I bought 3 more balls of that yarn, and as you can see, it is even a different label or different color on the label, but it is the same yarn, but it's different dye lots. So I have to do something to blend them, I think, because I can see that they are different, but I'm not sure you can. But I have to do some alternating or something to make it work, but I think it will be okay. So I'm so excited. I really want to knit all the summer things, and I have so many thoughts and dreams about summer knitting. Thinking about making a dreams or summer dream knit little episode for you. We'll see. And maybe it will be a repeat of something that I've shown here, but hopefully that's okay. I really love and enjoy all those spring, summer planning videos, and where people share the different patterns that they have seen. Even though some of them have been shown in several podcasts, I still enjoy them so much. So maybe I will do that. We'll see. But today I want to say thank you so much for watching. If you have been watching all the way until now, I appreciate you, and I'm so grateful that we can share this joy for this wonderful craft. You also inspire me so much. Tell me what you're knitting on. And yeah, I always love to hear what's on your needles. Before I go, I remembered I wanted to mention another podcaster as a recommendation. I've been watching a lot of new podcasters lately and really enjoyed it. And the one I want to recommend today is Savannah Knits. It's Savannah. She's from Utah, and she has a really calm and wonderful podcast with a lot of beautiful knitting, of course. And she just knitted this sweater called Hiraeth Sweater, I believe, and I written down the designer, Trin Annelie, and that is stunning. I fell in love with her sweater, and I, of course, want to cast it on right away, but I won't because it's summer. But it is stunning. So I highly recommend that you check out Savannah Knits, a wonderful podcast. Okay, now I will say goodbye. Thank you again. If you like the content here and my rambling about knitting, please consider subscribing. It really helps me out a lot to share my joy for knitting to more people. And take care of yourself, take care of the people around you, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye everyone!